Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games, and welcome to this evening's stream where we're going to be painting some cultists from Reaper Miniatures. So these are 77517 cultist minions from the Bones range, and these are figures that we put in our most recent sub box. Thanks, Pete. Pete's redeemed a hydrate. Cool. Hi Sharon, how are you doing? Why are we on the pool table, Pete? Is that because we're going to be underwater?
I assume he's at work.
Right, I see. On the pool table. Did you get your leak fixed? You came in earlier on and said that they were fixing the roof. They've got him doing all sorts of stuff, this place. Hope you're getting handsomely rewarded, Pete. Excellent, excellent. I am very good, thank you. Yeah, just chilling out with a bit of painting and some Saint Etienne. It's the last can of Saint Etienne in the house, so I better savour it. So I'm just going over. This is some Vallejo Air Model Air steel. And I'm just going to put a couple of little edges on these weapons. Now these I painted with the steel and then went over it with Vallejo Reaper steel wash, which I found gives a nice tone to it. And then just go back over and just pick out the edges. I quite like the way that looks. So that's what we're doing here. Just doing a little bit of that. That's possibly a little thick, but we'll take care of that as we go along. Need to do something. There's a huge kind of like dark spot in the middle of that blade. Need to just kind of touch that up a little bit. There we go. Super. So, what's everybody been up to today? Hope you've all had a great day. It's been torrential rain this morning and beautiful hot sunshine this afternoon up here in sunny Bridlington. Thought I was going to get blown away when I was going to work this morning. And then this afternoon couldn't have been much different. Well, couldn't have been more different even. It was crazy. Pete says they don't sell minis, so he's not being handsomely rewarded enough. But surely they must be giving you money to buy minis, Pete. That's the exchange that's supposed to happen. Well, not money for minis, but money so you can spend it on life essentials like minis. So I like these cultists. They are a lot of fun. Just been looking at there's another pack so this is 77517, and there's another pack which is 518. But I think these are the better looking models. The other one's got two figures in. They're cultist leaders, but I do like these guys more. I think this guy that I'm just working on here, and the lady one that I had in my hand at the start of the stream, I think they're they look like leaders to me. And then these couple of guys that have the big Kopesh style swords, these guys, they're good minions. And then I was just saying to Mrs. MLG as well, just before the start, I've got in a collection of other bits in my room of shame. I can't even call it a pile of shame. My room of shame. My office. I've got a blister of Cyborg miniatures cultists, which are like Cthulhu cultists, and they're really nice. Should mix in quite well with these.
Now says that the weather is the same in Gloucestershire.
It was like something from a tropical storm or something this morning. It was bizarre. So I went down to the shop early to get a couple of bits and pieces done while there was nobody around, and it was all right at that point, early morning. I had my shorts on and it was quite nice, and then came back home to walk little miss to school, and it was getting a bit chilly at that point. And then by the time I drove back down to the shop about 10 o'clock, it was just like I don't know, like a monsoon or something like you see from a tropical storm. It was crazy. There we go, like that. Right. So the next phase is going to be that guy's shorts and this lady. So I've done his shorts in green, and this lady's kind of like wrap around her mouth in the same green. So I'm going to work on those a little bit now. So what I've got here is some mossy green and what is that? I want to be able to tell you the right thing. Forest green and mossy green. So this darker green is the forest green, and this lighter green here is the mossy green. So I'm just going to mix a spot of that in there, and then use a little bit of that to go over the higher areas. What are you painting, Mrs.? I see. So I've got some good news for Pokemon fans earlier on. That we're going to get some more Pokemon Evolving Skies, the latest set, tomorrow. We're going to get a very limited amount of boosters and the Elite Trainer boxes. I know that some of our viewers and customers are very excited about Pokemon. We've also got the Pokemon Celebrations, the 25th year of Pokemon Celebration sets coming up later this month. And part of that release is going to be delayed by a week due to the shipping transit shortage that's allegedly going around, this lorry driver situation. But that's causing everybody to panic buy fuel and toilet roll and everything again, if social media is to be believed. Right, so just gonna get a little bit more of that mossy green in for a top edge highlight. Quick little swipe down there. I knew I didn't do it. Got green on the bit that's supposed to be blue, but never mind, we can sort that out in a minute. There we go. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, let me tell you what we've done. So they're robes, they're darker robes, they're in blue indigo, or black indigo. So we're going to highlight those up slightly. I've used Vallejo bronze to do this gold area down the front there. Steel, and then steel wash, and then steel again over the top on those bits. Cool. And then the flesh, I used Reaper Ivory Tusk, and then I put some, I think it was Gulliman flesh, if I remember rightly, over the top. And then I've just used some Reaper Elf flesh to just put a couple of highlights on those areas there. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to darken down their eye sockets. So I don't generally bother painting eyes. Oh, wig me! Wig me!
I was just waiting for you to stop talking.
So, don't generally bother painting eyes, and normally just darken down the sockets because I can't see them when they're over there on the table, so I don't bother painting eyes. So yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get this beautiful wig on. We have got other wigs, it just seems like this is always the one. So I have got my onesie on this evening. Fancied a bit of comfort.
Onesie and a wig.
Yeah, onesie and a wig. That's right.
So why have you put a wig on?
Because Peter's redeemed Wig Me for 300 Lancer reward points. I'm going to have a hydrate.
Wig and a free hydrate.
Wig and a free hydrate. I know. Spoiling you. Right then, where was I going with my train of thought? So, black indigo. We're going to get a little bit more black indigo on the palette. We're going to work on the robes a touch. So I've got some black indigo there already. I'm going to add a little bit to it. Some fresh. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some... I love this colour. I'm going to get some Green Stuff World Abyss Blue. And I'm just going to mix those two together. In fact, before I start mixing them together, I'm just going to sort out this bit that I painted green on here. That's a good idea. Sort that out. Right, get a little bit of water, help the process. And then we're going to just get a little bit of that abyss blue and mix it in there just to add a bit more vibrancy to our indigo. There we go, that should do it. Maybe drop me paintbrush. Right.
Naz would like to know if you've got any more Green Stuff World paints. Green Stuff World is currently a bit of a sore topic, but I'm sure that Mr. MLG will fill us in on the details of the horrible, horrible custom people.
Yeah, the ongoing saga remains the same, unfortunately. So we've got, once again, unfortunately, it's UPS. Once again, a large delivery of Green Stuff World that is just sat with UPS currently. They haven't even told me, like, so I know they're going to want some money for import duty and what have you, but they haven't told us what they want. So it's, as far as I'm aware, sat in a warehouse near Stansted Airport, and they're just holding on to it. So hopefully it's going to turn up in one piece and not like mixed with somebody else's delivery like it was last time. We got guitar tuners and dog treats and all sorts in our delivery last time. UPS had hold of it. Yeah, and once again, I've had notifications from UPS this afternoon telling me it's getting delivered tomorrow. But until they actually tell me that it's cleared customs, I don't believe them. And every time I ring them, I get to speak to somebody rather unhelpful but cheerful, who tells me that it's going to eventually get released, but they can't do anything to make it happen any quicker. And I don't really understand what the issue is, unless it is just UPS, because we've had some other deliveries from Green Stuff World that they dispatched with DPD, and they turned up like weeks ago, despite the fact that it's all actually part of the same order that we placed. So we've had stuff turn up with DPD. We've actually had stuff turn up with DPD that was from an order we placed after. We placed like a second order, and that stuff's turned up. But unfortunately, that was only small items, along with some of the colour shift aerosol cans that they did. So I'd suspect that they've shipped that with DPD, because they'll probably carry the aerosols, and UPS won't. But why they can't ship everything else with DPD, I don't know. Anyway,
hi,
there
Wiki
we go.
D. Hi, Maxie.
Hi
Now
guys.
says, I know the Crackle Paint is awesome.
Green Stuff World's Crackle. Well, to be honest, I have never used it, but we have got some here that we've got on the side, ready to try out at some point. We've got some Badlands and some Martian Earth Green Stuff World Crackle Paint, but we haven't had cause to use them yet. So we will give those a whirl at some point in the not too distant future, on stream, of course, so you can see what's going on. I know a lot of people like them already. I don't know why they don't come in smaller pots. I think if they did some 17mm pots, people might like that, but they already have a massive range, I guess.
What are you doing?
So I'm just working on highlighting some of the raised areas of the robe on this chap with my mixture of abyss blue. Is it abyss blue? Yeah, abyss blue and black indigo. So I'm just going to work our way up to his hood. So this is a mixture of the two, and then once I've done all four figures with this mixture, we will then do a final edge highlight with a pure abyss blue.
Naz says, yes, I got mine from you. Thank you, Naz. Badlands, quite a while back. Just as good as Citadel, but so much cheaper.
And is it a lot thinner? Paint's on like really thin, apparently, and then gives a similar effect. Is that right? Definitely feels a lot more watery in the bottle. Right, so that's that guy. I'm gonna have to take this wig off. It's making me head hot.
Oh, you are about it on.
Stick that on there. Warm.
Wicked D has added some cheers emotes in chat, and then they all float about on the screen.
Ah. Cheers, Wicked D.
Even though if Wicked D knew that you were painting this cultists for a certain Pathfinder game, then she might not be cheering you. Do you know what he said earlier, Wicked D? Well, you won't because we weren't live. But he said, I said, oh, what are you doing? He says, I'm doing cultists, and I've even got some Cthulhu-esque cultists in the garage, which will tie in nicely with these. So I said, oh, why? What are they for? And he said, oh, they might be, for Pathfinder. I'm like, oh, right, okay, thanks a lot. If we ever get there without dying. And you know what he said? Well, I haven't let you die yet, have I? Let us. He hasn't let us. That's nice, isn't it? Like, he's been nice to us or something all this time.
As a dungeon master, it is your purpose to try and kill the party. Help the story along.
Well, yeah, I understand that you've got to help the story along, but if you kill us all off, there is no story because we've all died.
Yeah, like one character dying every now and then is like not the end of the world, is it? It is difficult when you've got younger players who might not
let's
accept the death of the character.
Let's think about this. It is difficult when we've got young children playing, your wife and your friend, and none of us have played before. Yeah. If we die, we're just going to sulk, and that's it, we're not playing again.
Yeah.
Naz says, going back to paint, it's slightly thinner but easier to use because of it, in his opinion. Your opinion is always valid, that's why we asked. And then Wicked D has put a load of hammers to bop you with.
So if Greg were to inadvertently die at the hands of a large monster, does that mean that you wouldn't talk to me for a few days?
Oh, I'd talk to you. I'd talk to you a lot. I'd talk to you a lot about why Greg shouldn't have died. Yeah. And Wicked D says you have to put a wig on now for being so mean. So audibly sigh.
Yeah, no, I'm just like my head's just cooling down.
Here, look, have Cruella. That's not a head, that's just front. Put it on front.
Put hats on. They've all got long fringes. That's the wow.
Well, it's because they're all mine. Or for a fancy dress, that was Cruella. Oh. I don't like the fact that you're painting this dark dye over a dark palette with not a lot of light going on, because it's really hard to focus.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you're shivering. If I put the exposure up there, it's going to go really white. Hi, Crazy Fish. Wicked D says that wig suits the jumper. He's got his onesie on, Wicked D. He's being that lazy.
Yeah.
After a hard day at work, he's got his onesie on. And it's a dinosaur onesie.
It's cool.
Pete says you got to hydrate. Wicked D says you look like my art teacher from high school. I don't know if that's a good thing or not a good thing.
Don't know. How cool is your art teacher?
Tony says, hello! Apologies for the late attendance. I was delivering wine to a deserving soul. Well, we'll let you off then. We were talking about Cthulhu minis. We thought I might summon you. Crazy Fish says he didn't recognise you. And Wicked D thought that the art teacher was amazingly cool. So there you go, you see.
Well,
you do look like... Tell you who I think you look like.
Yeah.
I think you look like our old driving instructor. Me and Mr. MLG both had the same driving instructor, despite the fact that we didn't know each other at the time. And it wasn't until we met later and we talked about driving and etc. that we realised we both had the same driving instructor. And I think you look a bit like him.
Tony Farino.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually called Tony Farino.
Oh, sorry. My useless reading is coming into play again. I apologise, Wicked D. Wicked D says, no, the art teacher thought he was amazingly cool.
Oh.
That makes more sense. Crazy Fish says, is that a fake beard too? No, unfortunately not. The ginger and white beard are his own. Tony says, I thought my nose was twitching. Explains why. Cthulhu minis?
So I have got an now I've mentioned them, I'm gonna have to get them out for a stream later in the week. But I have some Cthulhu Cultists from Cyborg Miniatures, which I've had stashed away for a long time, and I think that they would couple. I don't know what happened to my brain then; it like stalled. I think that they would couple quite nicely with these guys to make a larger group of cultists. Some of them have got a few tentacles and things as well. They look pretty funky. So yeah, I'll have to go and dig them out and get their resin. So I'll have to get them cleaned up and maybe have a crack at them at some point. Tomorrow though, I can't remember what I said I was going to paint tomorrow, but tomorrow night I am going to paint some MDF terrain, I think, for the stream. So I've been sticking over the past couple of days, putting together some Eastern Empire's terrain from not Green Stuff World, what am I talking about? TT Combat, Eastern Empire's MDF terrain, set of Yakura, I think it's Yakura walls, and a Kura storehouse, or Yagura walls I think it is, and a Kura storehouse, which look really, really cool. I've set them up on our table actually at the moment, because although I've been sticking them together and everything, I hadn't seen how much of an area it would cover, and it's actually quite an impressive little set. Crazy Fish says that he's nearly painted the Maya Brute Troggoth. How was it to put together, Crazy Fish? Because I've got my eye on one of those to go, and the crossbow guy. Is it tricky? Is it similar kind of things to the stuff out of the Dominion set in terms of like you've got to put some pieces in before you can put other pieces in, multi-layered construction type scenarios?
Hey J-Star! Nas says you're rocking that beard and tash. What about the wig? Is he rocking the wig? Crispy says it's pretty easy. I magnetised the rider.
Yeah. Cool. Is it like different options for the rider? Can you have multiple options?
What are you doing? What are you painting?
So we're just highlighting up the robes. We're using a combination of Green Stuff World Abyss Blue and some Reaper Black Indigo mixed together. And then in a moment, once I've finished, I've got the lady to do just on this level. Oh, thank you, whoever that was. What's it say? Thelosaurus. I do apologise.
Some kind of saurus.
Some kind of saurus.
Is
following us, thank you.
Has seen us.
So yeah, we're going to go for a final highlight of Abyss Blue over the top of this.
J-Star said, I thought Liam Gallagher was doing the stream for a second there. Your wig must be... Did you hydrate from Pete?
I don't know, but we'll have another one.
Because it's still on. Crazy Fish magnetised the rider so he can join the other Troggoths.
Ah.
You probably can take your wig off now, after it's probably been a minute by now.
Okay.
It's entirely up to you, my darling.
I will then. Still got long pink hairs stuck to me. There we go. Right. So let's quickly work our way around this young lady. I imagine that this young lass has been a princess or something that's been indoctrinated into the cult. So that's why she's got the tiara crown on. An affectation to her past.
The Allosaurus says, "Hey, currently trying to find the motivation to finish off painting my corn demons." Cryy face.
Are you painting them all red? There is only so much red you can paint in one go, I find. I tried doing a corn demon kind of allies section for my Chaos Space Marines years ago, and after painting 20 blood letters, I was through. I couldn't do any more. I don't mind painting red. If I'm painting a dragon or something, I don't mind painting a lot of red, but I think it's the models.
You know how they said they wanted motivation?
Yeah, I know. I'm not really helping the situation, am I? Sorry.
Oh dear. Tony says, painting a Moonstone miniatures hag as the old woman for the bathroom to play to the whole The Shining Room 237 look in a bit of a decrepit style.
Cool.
But you can carry on talking about it, if you so wish.
I can't remember what I was saying.
You don't mind painting a dragon?
Oh yeah, I don't mind painting a dragon all red, but yeah, I think the other thing about the blood letters is they're so spiky. So kept stabbing myself while I was with the ends of swords and stuff.
Yeah, they're red, but with blue gradient swords. Yes, the blood letters are a challenge.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. It does sound cool. Blue gradient swords. That sounds pretty funky. I just did mine with boring glossy black. I don't think I've got them anymore. I don't know whatever happened to them. Still got the Herald on the Juggernaut mini. Kept that one.
What you want now?
So, robe's done for now.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, you can't really tell. You can't really tell at this stage. They still look really dark. You'll be able to tell a bit better when I do another run on them in a minute. So what I'm going to do now, the skin that has dried that I did earlier on, is I'm just going to get a little bit of wash and put it in their eye holes. So I'm going to try something different. Going to try out. Now this is totally wild. Just seen it on the table and thought, I'm going to try that. So I'm going to try some of this Oiled Earth Model Wash. I'm going to try this tiny little bit in their eye sockets to see if I can make them really dark. This could all go horribly wrong. I can always repaint it if it does.
Experimenting so you don't have to.
Yep, that's it. Right then. So, tiny little dribble of that. Or not so tiny dribble of that. Okay. Right then. So a couple of big blobs in his eye holes there. Hopefully that'll... In fact, I'm going to lay him down so it doesn't run down his face like bad mascara. Same with that guy. And that guy. I'm just giggling at the prospect that this could all go horribly wrong. Yeah. So I figure that if I can make their eye sockets look really dark, then they will look more evil.
Now says I've just got back my motivation back, so it's so difficult sometimes. The Allosaurus says I was originally painting them up for a competition, but I can no longer go, so trying to find another motivation to get them painted up. But that's tough. I've got a reason to paint them, and then no longer a reason. Will the competition or other competitions come up in the future that then you'd be able to go, haha, I have already got them. I do not have to paint them again now. Tony says, I can't help with army painting as I'm more of a hobbyist and individual mini painting type. We do have some experienced army painters who might know though. Wiki D says, sorry, I missed a little there. Is this a wash you're trying on the eyes?
It is. It is some oiled earth model wash that I brought home because it had leaked. So I brought it home to try out, and we're just going to give that a whirl. So we're going to leave that to dry on those guys for a couple of minutes. And while that's drying, I'm going to put a bit of wash on this chap here, this handsome Minotaur guy. So I'm going to get the steel wash and put it on this leg, because I realised that I'd missed this metal plating on his leg, so I've had to colour that back in. I'm going to sort that out. So this guy is Bloodhoof, I think he's called. The Minotaur Hero. I think this one is 77251. Memory serves. And he's a cool mini. Wanted to paint him for a long time. But I think I put him in the sub box quite some time ago. And I never got to paint him. So.
Aww.
I know. So here he is. Getting his paint on. Cool. So that's that little bit on there done. Then what can we do while we're waiting for these guys? Or should we just press on with something else? I actually do need to put a bit of this steel wash on a couple of these bits that I missed the first time round. So let's take care of that.
The Allosaurus says, I love how they look at the end, especially being a horde army, but it's definitely a slog to get through them. Maybe just keeping that in mind, like how awesome they're going to look at the end.
Definitely. Knowing that your hard work is definitely going to be worth it. Right then. So you can see this lady's hair, and I don't know what colour to make it. What colour do you think I should make her hair? I think we should just do it black, so she's got like raven black hair.
Ooh, why don't you show us and we'll be able to see what you're talking about.
Okay, there we go. So this is my female cultist. Excuse me. So she has got her hair uncovered. So
You can do it black, why just blend in with her?
well, that's what I was thinking. So, or do I do it like with streaks of greying, like it looks like it has at the moment, because I've kind of rubbed some of the primer off. So if I did it so it was flecked with grey, what do you reckon?
Sounds like a good idea to me. Hydrate.
There we go. J-Star, I thought someone would have produced some miniatures for the game by now. Oh, Destiny. He mentioned Destiny, didn't he, a minute or two ago? Yeah, I don't know. One of the guys that works in the shop's a massive Destiny fan, and yeah, I don't know. It seems a very popular game, doesn't it? I don't know why a company hasn't bought the IP for it. Producing miniatures. I don't know. Right, just going to get a little bit of weathered stone, which is what I normally use on bases.
Wicked D says purple hair with streaks of lilac-y grey. I think if it was purple though, it'd mix in too much with the cape.
Yeah, which is going to be abyss blue highlights on the cape. So we'll use this grey and see how that looks. Have you had a chance to use your brush cleaner yet, Wicked D? Have you got a review for us?
No, not yet. It is only Monday though. It's playing Pathfinder all day Sunday and then work.
Yeah.
Is that the Green Stuff World Abyss Blue? I really like that colour.
That it certainly is.
Yeah, he really likes that colour too.
Yeah, I've been using it
on absolutely everything.
Been using it for all sorts recently. I tend to go through phases of liking particular colours. So loads of stuff got to be dragon red not too long ago, and now I've moved on to abyss blue. Or a bit of both even. Definitely need to have a go at cleaning this brush. Right then, so we've gone for kind of a heavy brushing of grey for the hair, and then we'll see if we can darken it in a little.
Talking about brushes, would you like to tell people who we've been talking to?
Ah, yes. So, a potential new range for stocking at the shop by public request is going to be Rosemary and Co. brushes. So we've been talking to them. Did you get a reply from them?
No, but I've only sent it today.
Tony says, Green Stuff World Anthrax Silver is a bit of a favourite of mine at the moment. It's a wonderful paint to work with. I feel like that about the Vallejo Model Air Steel. I think this is my favourite kind of silvery colour currently, but I'll have to have a look at Anthrax Silver, see what that's like. Is that kind of like the dark metal one, the Anthrax? Wicked D says, ooh, on brushes, I've tried my Silver Series Green Stuff World brush and it's awesome. They are absolutely fantastic. And Tony says, yay, they're nice brushes. I'm assuming that he's talking about Rosemary and Co. Yeah.
And do you know what I'm using? I am not using my Umbral brush tonight.
No,
I'm using my Green Stuff World Gold Series brush.
Wowzers.
I've not used this before, and I'm using it to try and do this really stupid thing that I'm doing on this Phoenix, which was really stupid, and I wish I'd never started. I'm painting all these feathers individually like a giant
awesome.
daft head. But this gold series, the only reason I've got a gold series is because you gave it me, didn't you?
Yeah, you asked me for a new brush, and we'd run out of the masterclass brushes from Army Painter that you requested.
So you got me this one.
So I got you that one, because that was like the next best brush.
So I am using this posh brush. It's not my £1.09 Umbral brush like normal, it's a posh brush.
So we're going to, Rosemary and Co. And they, I've actually got some Rosemary and Co. brushes, and I've been scared to use them.
That seems a bit silly.
Because they're so nice.
Well, that's daft.
I know, but I've been getting good mileage out of my Green Stuff World brushes, haven't I? So I think we'll once we know that we're getting them, I might use my Green Stuff World Rosemary and Co brushes on stream. Now, we haven't sort of had confirmation from Rosemary and Co yet, but another company that I deal with told me that Rosemary and Co actually make the brushes for a lot of other companies and then just put the other companies' branding on them for them. So the quality is absolutely fantastic, and the prices are quite reasonable. So we're just waiting for a little bit of detail from them before we can place our first order, but we are good to go, shall we say.
Yeah, we're on with it. We're talking to them and everything. We just need to decide what we're having. It means that we've got a paintbrush basically for all budgets.
Yeah.
So all the way from the Umbral ones and the Green Stuff World ones and Reaper ones and Games Workshop ones and everything. There's something. There will be something for everybody's budget, which is what we like. We like to have things that everybody can walk into store and know that they can pick up what they need without having to worry too much about the cost of things. Now says, it might seem daft painting individual feathers, but it'll make the end result stunning. Well, maybe if I could paint well, it might, Naz. But, I'm giving it a go. Let's put it that way. Giving it a go. Tony says, Nathan, yes, that silver is a dark one. I used Green Stuff World Steampunk Copper for the plumbing of the bath in my bathroom thing. They mix well with regular colours for some nice variation. The Allosaurus says, we need to get good new brushes, but currently trying to swap the filming painting room over with the bedroom so there's more of each for our armies. Sounds like a lot going on in your household.
Yeah.
Moving around and everything. That's cool. Moxie hasn't got to use his silver Green Stuff World paintbrush yet.
They are awesome.
What's the music? I can't hear the music anymore. Has it stopped? Oh no, it's just jazzy. So it's a bit quieter. That might have got really loud for somebody there. So what you want me now then, boy?
Right then, so now I'm going to go for pure abyss blue. Pure abyss blue for the robes as a edging highlight. And I think I'm going to switch brushes. Now we've been talking about paintbrushes. I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to go for my Silver Series brush.
Copycat.
You know. So normally I use a 0. The brush that I was just using was a 0, but I think that this green stuff in fact, let me show you brushes. It's kind of hooking over a little bit at the end, which is why I need to clean it. After 3 months, it's decided to start hooking over. So I think that my 0 green stuff world brush is probably more like a number 1. So this brush on the right here is a Rosemary & Co. Series 99 brush, and that is a number 1 point. And then here on the left is my Green Stuff World 0 Kolinsky standard detail brush, possibly even a little fatter, although the bristles are shorter. In fact, put it too high up the screen so nobody can see what I'm pointing at.
You could when you started, Tom.
Yeah, so there we go. So, yeah, where are we? Let's get that end back on there, and that end back on there.
Pete says, you've got to hydrate. I hope everybody's hydrating along at home. I hope you're hydrating with better stuff than Saint Etienne.
Yeah.
Very naughty. And Tony says, stretch.
The Allosaurus says, Tony, it's not my idea, but my BF might be trying to make his YouTube a full-time thing, so we've sacrificed our bedroom. Aha. Aha.
Yes, we had to sacrifice part of the orangery. We sit in part of the orangery to stream, etc. Because there's just no other room, is there?
This wall didn't have anything exciting on it anyway, did it?
Well, it had a bookcase full of books and a set of drawers full of stuff and a television and lots of Little Mrs. toys, which are now under her bed. So it had lots of stuff, sweetheart. And now it's got a desk. But desks are always handy, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's just that ours have got some cameras attached to them as well.
And we'd never watch that telly anyway.
No, we'd never watch that telly now. Yeah, it was very random.
We watched Eurovision on it years ago, and then it got too sunny, so we went in the other room.
Yes, we don't have any blinds in the orangery, so it is quite difficult sometimes to gauge the heat and the sunshine. So yeah, we never really bothered sitting in it.
You've worked in here from home for like a year nearly.
Well, that's because this is where the desk is now.
I know, but you've battled on through hot weather.
I hope most people are watching us from England, because obviously our hot weather is absolutely nothing like other places. Oh yes, they battled on in British hot weather. It did get to 36 in here once though, that was quite ridiculous. Because it is just obviously a giant glass box.
And not a fan in sight.
No, no one's my fan.
How dare you. I'm your fan.
Tony says, I'm the noisy roofers. Yes, when we had the roof done, that was a bit weird, because obviously through my giant glass box I could just see them walking around above my head. It was a bit strange. But it needed doing. It needed doing, and it's done now, so it's fine. And we've nearly got the guttering finished. The guttering's been leaking for a very, very long time, and we had a gentleman come out and try and fix it. But obviously while he was doing it, it wasn't raining, and then as soon as it rained, we realised that it was leaking in 2 different places now and not just one. So he's come back, and then it still leaked, and he's just been back again today to see if he can actually properly, completely fix it this time.
So yeah, we'll see.
We'll see when it starts raining again, if he's fixed it this time. He was getting a bit grumpy with it.
Was he?
Yeah.
I see he's put some more screws in.
Yes, he's probably like making it leak from all the holes with all the screws. He reckons he was trying to blame the roofers, saying that they'd put it on backwards. So I said, but they didn't put it on. So he said, well, they'd have taken it off to do the roof, and then put it back up. And I thought, no, okay. I mean, I don't know nothing about roofing, so fine. And I said, but it was leaking before the roofers came, so we really, really can't blame the roofers, because it was leaking before they were here. The roofers did a great job. I would recommend them in the local area. They did very well. They seem nice lads. Got the job done without messing about. This is an interesting mini stream, isn't it? Our roof.
Yeah.
Moxie is hydrating with Lemsip. He's got man flu. Oh no, Moxie. That's the worst thing in the world. Wiki D says, Mrs. MLG's #1 fan. Can't make your marble go any faster on Thursday though, Wicked Day.
Who's winning in the league?
I can't actually remember. I can't remember who's winning in the league. I can't remember if it's Wicked D or if Moxie was for ages, but I think Moxie got knocked off the league spot. I can't actually remember who's winning now. I'm sure somebody will give me a shout and let me know. Tony says, roofing chat stream. Yes, it's a lovely roof, it is. We just need the builder to come now as well. He said he was going to and then he didn't turn up.
Yep.
Yeah, we just need the house to stop falling apart. I think that might also help. We can't open one of the windows because if we do, you can't shut it again because that bit of the wall's falling down outside. Yay!
That's what you get for having an old house.
Yeah, I know. But we're gradually saving up, gradually getting there with all the repairs. It'll be fine. And then we had to have 4 new tyres on the van and 3 new tyres on the car. Baked beans for a week now. Can't afford food.
We're so unfortunate. Everything always happens to me.
See, nobody else will know what you're talking about.
No.
That's a Winston book that Little Miss reads about a dog who's got a splinter. So I've gone from roofs to kids' books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Tony. Tony says that he's not winning in the Marble League because he keeps stopping for a cuppa halfway through the marble course. So Tony will start off. His marble will start off. We play marbles on stream on a Thursday, 8 o'clock, in case people listening don't know what I'm talking about. It's just fun. You can't control your marble, so it is just the marble does what it wants. And Tony's marble always sets off really, really awesomely. And you think, right, he's going to win. And then it just goes backwards halfway through the stream, like he's forgotten his keys and he's had to go back home and find them or something. It's just, where are you going now, Tony? Go back. and I tend to fall off quite a lot, which I think is true to character, to be fair, because when we play Mario Kart and stuff, I'm always chucking myself off the course. So I think our marbles do know us by now, you see, that's what it is. And Pete says it's a fix all the time. And Moxie says that Wicked D keeps pushing him off the track, which is true. It does. So Wicked D and Moxie will be neck and neck, and then all of a sudden Moxie will just fall off the track. Like Wicked D's giving him a push. But we have fun, don't we? We have fun. What do you do on a Thursday?
Me? Oh well, hang around at the shop and hope somebody wants to play some games.
You need somebody to play Bushido with you, don't you? If there's anybody in chat who wants a game of Bushido on a Thursday, Mr. MLG is looking for people to play.
Yeah. Started working on a little bit of new terrain as well. Try and make our board a little bit more interesting. It's pretty cool. I've got some blossom trees that I need to manufacture some bases for as well. We'll get the buildings done first, and then we'll paint it, and then we'll do blossom trees.
Sure. I don't like this phoenix. It's poop.
You always say that, and
no,
then it ends up looking like absolutely amazing.
I really, really don't like it. Here, look.
9 o'clock.
I know it's 9 o'clock.
That looks awesome.
No, I don't like it.
It does. It looks absolutely awesome.
I don't like it. That's it.
Really?
No. See?
I've done the bottom feathers, and I haven't put a wash on them or anything, but
But it looks ace.
I don't like it though. I think it looks weird.
It's only because it's only that bottom bit that you've done.
Yeah, all along the bottom.
I know, but once you've done like the whole thing, you've put texture in these ones as well.
I just don't know if it's worth carrying on with that style. I'm not.
It looks fantastic. It looks really, really, really cool.
I'm just worried.
See, Moxie and Wicked D say that it looks awesome.
I'm just worried if I carry on like doing this for the rest of my life, because that's how long it's going to take, and then I don't like it. It's just like a complete waste of time.
It looks ace. Ooh, Tony says, reminds me, once this panic buying is over, I'll pop over with a few bits for you, Nathan, including a pagoda for Bushido. That sounds awesome, Tony. Thank you. And I saw Moxie's comment about being down for a bit of Bushido in the future.
I think Moxie.
You are welcome.
I think Moxie might struggle slightly with Thursday nights there. Maybe. I might have got that wrong. But I think Moxie struggles slightly with Thursday nights. I don't know why I just put Frostgrave up when I'm supposed to be saying that Pete says you've got to hydrate. Just randomly flashed Frostgrave across your screen for no reason. It's feeling left out. That's what it is. You haven't mentioned. Oh, you're having that, are you? I haven't mentioned Frostgrave for a while, so it was feeling left out.
Had to nick Mrs. MLG's lemonade so I could do some hydrating. Right then, so I am going to quickly get these cultists highlighted here with the old Abyss Blue, and then we're going to call it a night and go and stretch out on the sofa, because it's been a long day. Awesome. So yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to be working on a little bit of Bushido scenery on stream. I think I'm going to try and, unfortunately it was too wet earlier on before I went to the shop, so I couldn't get it undercoated, but I will try and get it done during the day tomorrow. See you later, Moxie. Thank you. Try and get it done during the day tomorrow, undercoated, so I can get on with a little bit of the detail work tomorrow evening. Got a storehouse and a set of walls to do, and also actually I've got some little scatter terrain, haven't I? I've got a little the TT Combat resin accessories to do. Got a little temple bell and a couple of statues and some other things, and I've got this massive Buddha under the table here.
Hi, Beam and Aqua.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I've got loads of stuff to work on, really, as well as the board itself. So I've got like you play Bushido on a 2 foot by 2 foot playing area. So I've got a terrain tile that could do with a little bit of work on it as well, just to get it up to standard. I was thinking, actually, had a brainwave earlier on that maybe I should use this Green Stuff World Crackle Paint on.
Thanks, Tony.
See you later, Tony. Thank you. Yeah, maybe I should use the... do you think I could count that as a freebie for the RCL?
What?
If I do a whole 2 foot square terrain tile. I think that counts as a mini.
Probably not. We've got to see what we're going to put our raffle points.
Oh yeah.
Get your raffles open on the Reaper Challenge League. Got to get your raffle points in for whatever it is that you want to.
When do you have to get your
Want to
points
win.
in there?
Well, it only opened today. I can't remember when it shuts, but I have put pictures in our Discord of the raffle prizes, the miniatures, to try and assist if people don't know what they are, which is normally me. I normally don't know what they are, so I found pictures and popped them in there to help us all out a little bit, so we can all know what we raffle prizing for.
Cool. And what do you like the look of?
I like the bust.
Cool. Angelica, I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, I've got actually. I have. I've been hoarding my points, really. I am a massive hoarder of lots of things. I don't like spending. It's not that I hoard items. I don't like spending. So I like hoarding money, and like I've got a jar with some 2p's in. And it seems also Reaper points. I seem to like hoarding those as well. So I've got 400 and something. But
Oh yeah, just 400 and something.
yeah, so
I only got one of the most points out of anybody participating in
Well, it's
the
only because I'm
RCL.
only spending them, but this seems a bit silly, so I might like proper blow all my points, but then I also might get nervous and not do that.
Anyway, I'm definitely.
I mean, they're no use after the RCL. So.
If the bust is nice, I might put a few points in to try and get a bust. But otherwise, I'm going to hold on for the last quarter and see what amazing prizes we get in the last one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to do. I'll show you the picture anyway.
Cool. Go on then. Show us the picture.
Well, not right now.
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted to do it.
No.
Right. Well,
Have you been doing the RCL Boom and Aqua? All the details are in our Discord, and they're also obviously on the Reaper Discord because it's Reaper that run it.
I've finished painting cultists for this evening.
Wicked D says, I'm just trying to get my cloud giant scrubbed ready for gluing. It's taking forever, large mini.
Bye, Naz. See you later.
See you later, as we're going to. We've overrun luck by 8
Yeah.
minutes like normal.
So
And Wicked D says I should save them. Oh no, I'm not sure.
there we are. There are the cultists so far. Quite happy with how they're coming along. Evil. Yeah, cool. So, cultists there. Tomorrow night will be terrain for me. I would imagine that Mrs. MLG will be doing some more on this amazing looking phoenix. So, join us tomorrow night from 7 PM. Sorry, V-Man Aqua, that you've just joined just as we're about to go. But, as Mrs. MLG just said, we've run over already. So, we're going to go. Join us from 7 till 8 tomorrow. And then we'll be raiding over into Goblin Squire's stream at 8 PM. So thank you everybody, and see you next time hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.